who's ever trying to rout. Yes, that's it. Everybody's engaged everywhere, and no doubt that at the same time they're all breaking, and it doesn't look like they have many places to retreat to. That's it. It's the end. As you can see, we had soldiers waiting up the stairs if they wish to go to the town center, and we know that they tend to do that. We fought a few battles in these kind of settlements, and it didn't work out for them very well. Great, the city is ours.
Ready for orders.
And so this focus here is going to be exactly what I need. A coin maker, pit mine, the shrine could be built there. And this is the battle I was talking about, a large important battle. But as you can see, Hakatom Pilos is extremely well garrisoned. In fact, they have 2.5 stacks including the garrison. And that means 2.5 armies. These are serious threat. A threat that I couldn't risk to deal with using only one army. Seleucia, well, as you can see, they feel very happy towards us. Fishing port, fisher's hut. This would provide me with some food, but eventually some maritime commerce. So it's kind of fine. Yeah, let's go with these. These will provide me with necessary buildings that have a lot of profit on them. In here, once again, I'm going to focus on buildings that are going to make me much richer, a lot richer. And so it looks like the new conquered provinces all over the place here in the old Parthian and Egyptian empires have assimilated quite well. Public order is extremely high, stable. Region wealth isn't much, but it will surely recover. And in territories that are being held for quite some time, it's not too bad. However, in some cases it's even more than in Europe. As you can see, Roman Empire is vast. And the war against them is probably going to be undeniable at some point in time. The only thing here is that we'll be marching
Getting on our way.
On to Suebi lands here in Mons Regus, and we'll hope to wipe them out there.
On the move, lads.
That's going to be a walk, actually. It's winter, so the conditions are not that good. Besides that, there are still armies that need to go and garrison themselves.
Thirsty for battle.
Furthermore,
Ready for battle.
the champions of Trevoruna need to march north.
Thirsty for battle.
These have finally been raised, and they'll be marching north too. Another force needs to be raised. Let's see if we can reinstate the legacy. And it seems that there are 2 legacies, so that's Bando as well. No, 3 legacies. The Wraths of Kariokekus and the right hand of Kariokekus. I'll go with the will. Bando as well. Oh, that was the navy. Raise a force. Raise a fleet. Reinstate the legacy. Okay. I don't want to reinstate navy's legacy. And there's only 2 legacies. And they're both from Kariokekus. So the Wrath of Kariokekus, that's what I'm going for. It's probably best to go for an infantry general unit because it's so much tougher.
Call this a garrison?
But I'm sure it's not always the case.
Fight with us.
And so I'm
Good life.
definitely gonna go for some cavalry, some skirmish units, and a lot of infantry. Now that that's done, we should be able to reach our limits, but it's still not. We can still raise additional army,
Ready for battle.
so that's good.
Ready for battle.
This means we'll be fighting a lot.
Warrior starting out.
As you can see, I'm not suffering attrition anymore, and that's due to the fact that I'm standing on the road.
Ready for orders. For the tribe.
Okay. This army here is really far away.
Ready for battle.
Should we march against them? We should.
Attack.
We won't be able to get in contact, but at least
Ready for battle. Get moving. Is that all?
we'll get close. In here, as you can see, the Mayan has brought its army, so Antioch wasn't defenseless as I initially thought.
The goddess blesses, traveling in silent wings.
Deep peace to you. I will walk the old tracks.
It looks like
Yes.
they do have
Warrior.
an army that will probably take Palmyra,
Way is shut. Siege to their hovels.
but it could be that they won't. Now it's time for another battle, and I'm going to fight it aggressively. Take Hatra. These defenseless cities will easily fall to us. And I'm gonna go with Tribal Pegas. Make sure I'm not building any more farms because I just don't need them.
Ready for battle.
And so Edessa is the only city here which will help me unite Mesopotamia.
Thirsty for battle.
I need to march these from Seleucia.
Get moving, you
I'm sure they had a good time.
warriors.
On to Edessa, and in here, as you can see, we finally have left the desert. So we won't be suffering this
Is there nothing else?
desert attrition anymore for no longer.
For battle.
And it's certainly a big deal.
Ready for orders.
It looks like I've moved all of my armies now. Yes. There's still those two armies out here that I was talking previously that belong to Parthia, but I'm sure they stand no chance of defeating any of mine. This one will soon disintegrate or be destroyed by
For battle.
the steed of Apain, and the ones in Palmyra
Thirsty for battle.
are most likely going to be
Getting on our way.
attacked by Main's forces, Ma'in forces, or my own forces. The reinforcements are coming, and even more are being
For the tribe.
raised. Besides that, an additional army is going to be constructed. In here, things are a little bit more complicated. I'm not sure if it's a good idea to attack these people, but I don't want to leave them like that either. However, if they have the same army composition,
I am the knife, moving unseen.
Sparthia, we won't be able to defeat them. No chance. I'll need a supporting army for a successful engagement there. I'll need to leave an army here so that it could garrison the front with Bactria anyway. But taking this settlement out is going to be a big deal. And so I should probably order these to go east.
Destination reached.
And make sure that they reach Arhaga. They'll do this quickly. We'll trespass Ecbatana, that belongs to Media Atropatene. However, we don't care about that. We don't care about that because we're a major power and we're invading this land. They want peace with us. We don't want peace with them, or at least that's how it looks like. And they would never attack us because they're much weaker. And now that Parthia is soon to be out of its way, they would be fools to start a war. They had a chance to be significant, but they all betrayed Parthia and left them alone, so to speak.
Ready for battle.
And now that Parthia was alone, it's suffering a lot. They're losing battles, losing cities. They can't defend all of their cities. They probably lost at least 10 cities in the region that was
The storm has
poorly
raged long
defended.
enough, and now, at your agreement, the softer rains of peace could be yours.
You know what? I have such an incredibly large empire. I would agree with them. Absolutely. I think that the geographical situation couldn't be any better, really. We have a border with Bactria and Parthawa. Parthawa is insignificant, and Bactria wouldn't start a war against us because they have so many problems anyway. Then we don't really have any enemies south of our positions, and these northern positions are mostly held by insignificant Media Atropatene, a party that wants peace, and Armenia that wouldn't start a war against us because we're so much stronger, right? However, my military is so strong and my eastern border is so well protected, or to be precise, western border right here is so well protected with treaties that I'm going to just expand much further and not going to have a time of peace at all. Our reputation is steadfast, so that's good. I'm declining this peace offer. I can't ask them to become my puppet. Your ideas are dust in my mind. Look at that. Al-Labu has been
Honorable
taken.
enemies, we will be in war. I trust my once friend. Your people will fall into darkness and despair.
Obviously something happened here that I wasn't really expecting, and that's that Armenia has declared war on me. And so it seems that there's nothing else left but to accept this. I decided not to involve any more allies, and it looks like the war's taking place due to the fact that they don't have anybody else to fight. Macedonia isn't that big of a deal, obviously, because they are trapped here. They're not bordering Sparta, and they're bordering us, or just started to border us, so they started the war. Now, obviously, with the support from Parthia, they'll try to establish control in the Middle East. In any case, I do feel that I'm very, very strong, and so there's no need for me to back off.
We demand only a modest weight of coin. My master always looks kindly on generosity.
That's a good deal. I like this deal. That would make sure that a war that I do not need to fight does not emerge. And so I say yes. And then I can send my army that's currently issued to go to Parthawa towards Armenia, or I say no, and my two armies attack Parthawa. We have an incredibly massive and bloody battle. Not sure how many brigades I would lose in this battle, and I can take Parthawa, and then I send the same army back. Taking Parthawa would mean additional maybe 1,000, 1,500, up to 2,000 coins a turn after maybe 10 turns, and that's it. In exchange for an army that's currently going to be quickly available. I decided to go for the domination due to the fact that I actually want to witness the battle.
An unwise, even foolish choice. but we respect your independence of thought.
And so now Sparta and Macedon, these two Greek cultured nations have decided to peace. That's good.
For the tribe.
If this agent has affected the army, this army cannot move. War has been declared. Rome against RDIA. So that's a faction in the Balkans, I think. Right there. Exactly, so that's certainly another city for these people. Iberian city. Another wall, Armenia against Macedon. Okay. More constructions have taken place. Just when I thought that
Ready for battle. Set up a watch.
we'll have a certain victory,
Ready for orders. To battle. Thirsty for battle.
things didn't work out that well. Because Armenia has declared war.
Ready for orders.
In any case,
We can't do that.
I can't attack Palmyra, so I'm attacking this settlement right there. I'll take it. And after that,
For the tribe.
I'll focus on fighting enemies on Palmyra.
Thirsty for battle.
This army right here
Get moving.
won't trespass, but they have to trespass.
Gathering supplies.
Look at that. I wonder why they're not feeling any kind of aversion towards this. Let's find out. And so it seems it's fine, we're not at war against them. But they didn't thought that we were trespassing on them. So that's good.
Warriors, get moving.
They probably understand this very well.
Call this a garrison.
That we won't go all over these mountains here. And we won't attack them. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Adamata is being threatened, but is being threatened by an insignificant force. Finally, the champions have reached Jerusalem, and that means that they are on the frontier. And they'll march to Palmyra then,
For the tribe.
soon enough.
Is blocked. Warriors all.
This army will be ready soon.